Hello children, in this chapter optics, in this particular video we are going to learn we are going to concentrate about the laws of reflection and about this angle of deviation. Before going to that we will learn the basic things. First we should know what is meant by optics, children. So what is optics? It is the study of light, its behavior and properties. Light or properties பற்றி படிக்கிறது தான் ஆப்டிக்ஸ். அண்ட் த பிரான்ச்சஸ் ஆஃப் ஆப்டிக்ஸ் ஆர் ray optics and wave optics. Ray optics or geometrical optics, wave optics also known as physical optics. So in the ray optics is this chapter we are going to discuss. Wave optics is the next unit. The ray optics, we will consider the property of light, that is rectilinear propagation of light. This is the property we are considering in this ray optics, and using that we will learn about reflection, refraction, and how the image will be formed by the lens and the mirror. In the case of wave optics, we will consider light as the electromagnetic wave. We will consider the wave character of the light, and using that we will explain these phenomena like diffraction, interference and polarization, which we will learn in the next unit, right? So first you should know what is meant by rectilinear propagation of light. You know that is the light travels in straight line in homogeneous medium. Homogeneous means in the same medium. Okay, so you consider you can see two mediums here. Above this is the air medium and below this line is the water medium. Right, here you are having the heterogeneous medium, air and the water medium. You can see the light travels straight line in this medium, particular air medium. Light is traveling in straight line. When it comes to the second medium, it bends and it deviated, right? So in one particular medium, you can see in one particular medium light is traveling in straight line. In water medium also light is traveling in straight line, right? When it travels in different medium, heterogeneous medium, it will bend. Okay, it will not be in a straight line. So next thing is light is invisible but helps to, next property you should know about light is invisible but it helps to see the object, right? Now we do not see the light, children. We see the objects illuminated by the light, right? It is the object which we see, okay, illuminated by the light நம்மளால பார்க்க முடியாது. லைட் ஒரு ஆப்ஜெக்ட் மேலே விழுகும்போது அந்த ஆப்ஜெக்ட் தான் விசிபிளாக இருக்குது. லைட் we cannot be able to see, right? Light you can see only when the object it is scattered or reflected by the object. Okay, so next is how do we see things. எப்படி நம்மளால் ஒரு ஆப்ஜெக்ட் ஒரு திங்ஸை பார்க்க முடியுது அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம்னா, see take this to be the object. Okay, any object. I'll consider this as a ball. Okay, a ball or something, any object here. When light falls on an object, okay, light falls on this object, it gets reflected, right? In each and every spot light falls and it gets reflected. This reflected light, it enters through the eye. Okay, it enters through the eye. It enters through the eye and it falls on the rare portion of the eye that there is retina. Okay, light falls on the retina and here you will get the image. Okay, actually you will get the inverted image of the object. Now this retina and the brain is connected by the optic nerves. So these light signals are through the optic nerves, it is carried to the brain. So brain, it will convert the signals and you are enabled to see the image. Okay, now this brain, it will produce the erect image. Okay, here you are getting inverted image. No, you will get the straight image straight image is observed by the brain. Okay, so this is how we will see the things. And next types of object, luminous object and non-luminous object. Luminous object have their own light. These are the examples. Non-luminous object, it do not have its own light. It just reflects the light. Example, moon and the table you can take. Now next is what is ray. That is nothing but the path of the light. That is in which path the light travels. We call it as the ray and you represent it by a straight line with an arrow mark. Beam is nothing but the bundle of light rays. Light rays if you collect together, we call it as a beam, converging beam. Next one is the converging beam. You can see that the light rays which are traveling in different direction all meet at this point. This we call it as a converging beam. Light rays entering our eye and or all are converged on the retina. Okay, so number of rays coming from different direction meet at a point in the converging ray. Next is the diverging beam. See, here is the point source. Actually the light source, imagine this to be the electric bulb. Electric bulb, it emit light in all direction, right? It will emit light in all direction. Usually we will be considering only the rays which are traveling along the propagating along the positive x-axis, right? So I have omitted these light rays. So you can see that light rays are coming from the point source traveling in all direction, which we call it as the diverging beam. Example, light ray coming from the bulb or a candle. Next is the parallel beam. You can see a lighted candle here. This is the diverging rays. When the distance from the source, light source increases, as the light is traveling to a larger distance, these light ray, it will become parallel to each other, right? As the distance from the point source increases, naturally you will get the parallel beam. Light rays parallel to each other. Example, you can say rays coming from the car headlight. Okay. Next we will see, we will go to the laws of reflection. So the bouncing of light ray of light into the same medium when it encounters a reflecting surface. Okay, now to understand this, you consider this as the plane mirror. This is the representation of the mirror, plane mirror. Okay, this is the representation of plane mirror. Now here you have two mediums. One is the air medium and the second medium is nothing but the mirror. Okay, I think before going, we should say what you should learn what is meant by mirror. Actually, you will take a glass plate, right? Glass plate, if its one surface is you are coating with silver metal or chromium or tin. Okay, imagine this to be the glass plate. Actually, instead of showing the glass plate this way, I am showing it this way, children. This part like this vertically I am showing. So at the back side of the glass plate, if you coat it with silver or tin, this becomes the unpolished surface. Okay, this becomes the unpolished surface. The front side of the glass plate will become the polished surface. Okay, this is the representation of the plane mirror, and this way, when light is falling on the mirror, 90% of light will is reflected from this mirror. Okay, from the polished surface. So coming back to this, so you're having the mirror here. You are having the mirror and two mediums, air medium and the mirror. Light is traveling in the air medium. Light is traveling in the air medium, right? When it falls on the second medium, what happens? The second medium, it will send back the light into the same medium, into the air medium itself. This we call it as the reflected ray, and this light we call it as the incident ray. Okay, children. So what is incident ray? Light ray falling on the mirror is the incident ray. Light ray going away from the mirror, we call it as the reflected ray. Okay. So what is reflection? This bouncing back of light into the same medium, when the light encounters the reflecting surface, that is the mirror. When light encounters the mirror, the light will be bounced back into the same medium, which we call it as reflection of light. Okay, the bouncing back of light into the same medium when the light encounters the reflecting surface, we call it as the reflection of light. Okay, so incident ray, this is incident ray, this is the reflected ray, and now we will go to the laws of reflection, children. Now between these two, at the point of incidence, O is the point of incidence, I will draw a normal, okay, a perpendicular. So if xy is the mirror to xy, I will draw ON. ON is perpendicular to xy. ON we call it as the normal, okay. So this will be the angle of incidence and this is the angle of reflection, right? Now we will go to the laws of reflection. Laws of reflection. So already you know xy is the plane mirror, AO is the incident ray, ON is the normal, OB is the reflected ray, angle AON is the incident angle, angle of incidence, NOB is the angle of reflection. By law of reflection, okay, the incident ray, the reflected incident ray, reflected ray and the normal all lie in the same plane. This is the first law. So if you imagine, okay, this to be the mirror, imagine this paper to be the mirror, otherwise I will take this, okay, imagine this to be the the mirror, children. So if this is the mirror, you can see the incident ray, the reflected ray and the normal, incident ray, reflected ray and the normal all will lie in the same plane. In which plane? I have given the background, okay, I have given the background paper, right, children? So this is the all the three, okay, incident ray, reflected ray and the normal all lie in the same plane, all lie in this plane, children, all lie in this plane, okay. Now incident, this is the first law. Second law is angle of incident and angle of reflection are equal. Angle of incidence and angle of reflection are equal. This is the second law, right? Now we will go to the, we'll see what is meant by angle of deviation. The same diagram, children. You can see the incident ray, reflected ray and the normal. So you can see this XY plane mirror, incident ray, normal and the reflected ray, right, children? Now if there is no mirror, what happened? This incident ray would have been travelled along OC. AO incident ray would have been travelled in along OC, right? If it is being a transparent medium. What happens? This OC we call it as the undeviated ray. OC we call it as the undeviated ray, right? So what happened? This OC, because of this mirror, this undeviated ray, it is being deviated as reflected. This undeviated ray is being deflected and this becomes the reflected ray, children. Okay, so I can also call this undeviated ray as the emergent ray, right? This emerging beam has been deviated, right, as the reflected ray, right? So OC is the undeviated ray. So the angle between this undeviated ray OC and reflected ray, we call it as angle of deviation delta, right, children? So delta is 180 minus 2y. Okay, this angle COB is delta. How it is 180 minus 2y? You know that you can, from the diagram you can see that delta is equal to, right, 180 degree. This is 180 degree. This is straight line, right? AC is straight line. AC is straight line. So it should be 180 degree. From 180 degree, if you subtract this angle should be subtracted. From this 180 degree, if you subtract this angle, you will get delta. What is this angle, children? That is nothing but I plus R, right? So 180 minus I. This R and I and R are equal. So instead of R, I can write it as I. So 180 minus 2y. Okay. So delta is 180 minus 2y. So what is angle of deviation, children? It is the angle between undeviated ray and reflected ray is angle of deviation. Delta is 180 minus 2y. I can represent this angle of deviation in another form, children. So you take this as the glancing angle. Alpha is the glancing angle. Okay, you can say, so how to represent delta in terms of glancing angle? For that, what you can do is, you can see these two angles are alternate angles. You can see if it is alpha, this will be also alpha, because these two are alternating angle, right? So now you forget about this angle alpha. You can see I and R are equal. I and R are same, right? Angle I and angle R are same. So if these two angles are same, naturally if this is alpha, this angle will also be same alpha. Okay, these two angle will be equal because these two are already equal, right? So if you want delta, you can see that this delta is nothing but alpha plus alpha, nothing but 2 alpha. So delta can be represented using these two formula, 180 minus 2i or 2 alpha. Okay children, now you can pause the video and take the notes. Children, you can take down this as the assignment questions. So you can see 30 degrees given. This is the angle of incidence. I want you to determine the angle through which the light is turned. What do you mean by angle through which light is turned? This is the undeviated ray. This is only turned, right? This undeviated ray is turned as into the reflected ray. So this is delta is asked. What does it mean? Angle through which the light is turned means you have to find out delta, children. And one more thing important is, you can see that this angle of deviation is measured anti-clockwise, right? Because this undeviated ray is only converted into reflected ray, no? So angle of deviation is measured from this undeviated ray, that is measured anti-clockwise. Remember, anti-clockwise. Okay, so I is given, so you have to find out delta. Okay, for what is the formula you can use? I is given, it is nothing but 180 minus 2i, right? You can use this formula and 180 minus 2i, and you can find out angle through which light is turned. Here alpha is given, so you can find using the formula delta is equal to 2 alpha. Okay, this is the third problem. Determine the angle of deviation of light incident at an angle theta with the normal. Okay, have given the diagram even here. You have to choose the correct answer, A, B, C, D, which is the correct answer and how you have to explain, right? I hope you understood, children. You pass the video, copy down the question, complete the assignment. Hope you understood. Thank you.